Hello, Cancer. How are you doing? No sunglasses today. I haven't smoked any weed, so my eyes aren't. Actually, I did just wake up, so they might be a little bit puffy. Like I gave a shit. My stepmother, by the age of like 35, already had to have the bags under her eyes removed. Loser. Sorry, I shouldn't say loser. I just hate my fucking stepmother. Any chance she could get to spend money on her ridiculous body, she did. My mom had bags under her eyes for like 60 years and never cared. She'd go to work like that. It's all bug-eyed and fucking swollen. She never cared. That's the difference between women, you know? Like, my mom never really wore makeup, but my stepmom, like, caked it on. Two totally different people. Both equally disgusting. Maybe you don't like your moms. I don't like either one of mine. They're fucking ridiculous. They just like to hide pedophiles under the seams of the cracks so nobody will notice. Okay, Cancer. I wonder if anything is going to... Wow. This is all we got out of all of the cards. Self-indulgent. What's this? Self-indulgence in reverse. Heated arrow. That's on the other side of these. Wow. Okay, so what I'm getting here is I'm getting somebody is in trouble. So we have self-indulgent, date, and Cupid's arrow. Yes. I saw, see where it says surprise invitation? I saw surprise intervention. And then on the other side, we've got love, addiction, and boat. Both in reverse. So, like, what I feel like is going on here is that somebody's going to crash, I think. It's almost like saying, it's like a warning. Like, this is somebody that you love. It's like unconditional love. So it could be a child. It could be straight up family member, really close friend. Like, that's the thing. Friends are the family that you choose, right? So it could be a really close buddy of yours. And you think that they've moved on from it. And you don't think that they need help because it seems like they know what they're talking about. Like, for example, we had this exterminator come to the house one day. And I had cleaned as much as I could, right? And that's what it says, to clean up everything and take out everything out of the house because everything's going to be sprayed and bombed, right? So, and I remember the exterminator coming in and me telling him my prep for everything, right? And he kind of acted like I was a professional and didn't do his job properly because he thought that I had gone above and beyond, but I didn't. I just followed procedure. I followed protocol on something, and I told him numerous times I was not an expert. I am not an expert. I do not know what I'm doing. I'm just telling you what I've done in prep. And he did not fumigate the house very well. And when I called back and talked to him, he kind of said like, well, you know, it seemed like you had everything cleaned up and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, so you didn't spray here and here and here and here. because he thought I had cleaned them all. And I'm like, oh my God. See what happens? Like a mix of communication. Somebody, like, that's what I'm getting here. Like, you might think that this person's got something under control because they say that they do, but they're not a professional, right? So they're telling you that they've got something under control, but yet there's something screaming at them saying like, dude, you have no control over this. You have absolutely no control over this. It's self-indulgent in reverse. So it's not, this person is not doing self-work on themselves, okay? There's no self-care there like you think. They might look like they're taking care of themselves, okay? But this is due, okay? This is due. Like, this is almost like another, this is like, I kind of feel like this is a death reading. But it's kind of like a close call death. It's somebody that obviously is in your vicinity that needs help with something, and they don't know how codependent they are. They don't know how much this addiction has taken over their life, because it might not be drugs. It might not be the obvious addiction. It could be something kind of like hidden, you know? But yeah, I guess so. I just kind of got like, maybe it's like a shopping addict, and they keep shopping and buying things and buying things and buying things, but you love them, so you let them do it. But then that's the thing, is like, you let somebody keep hurting themselves like that, eventually they're going to run out of money, and then what's going to happen, right? Then who's going to take care of them? Then who's going to watch them? Right? Because you think that it's good moves that this person's making, but it's not. It's not. They're not a trained professional. So let's bring up this indulgence person here. The person that needs help. On there. Okay. Gotta make sure my little standing guards are in the computer. In the computer. This is a computer. Your phones are computers. Okay, yeah, here we go. Ace of Swords with police in reverse. This person could get arrested, okay? They have to be careful, because yeah, they might have control of it now. It might, like I said, might look like they have control of it now, but they're just a slip or a drop away from getting arrested forever, like, and never being able to get out. And we got Ten of Pentacles in reverse. This could be somebody spending their inheritance. You know, finally grandma died, or finally somebody died, and they've given all this money, or they're about to get given money, and you're like, I can't give it to this person. Like, maybe another thing that I just heard, because we've got banking and financials here, so something is wrong, okay? Somebody needs somebody to take care of something for them. So I almost feel like maybe, like, if there is some type of inheritance that's involved with this person, you might want to just make them installments instead, right? Like whatever the full payment is, you know, break it down into payments for the first year or for the first 6 months, right? And don't give them the whole lump sum all at once, because I feel like if you give somebody a full lump sum of money, they're not going to come out of it. That's the Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups upright in reverse, doesn't really matter. This person also, they might, they got kid in a candy store. Like, giving them this money, they might spend it all on prostitutes, one night stands. Like I said, this person doesn't have control over their lives. And even if it looks like it, you might just want not to say anything because they're a grown-up, but it doesn't matter that they're a grown-up. They need help, okay? We've got the Five of Cups in reverse. This person is sad. And what do you do to fill a sad void? You spend money. We also have American here. They could be American made. My fingernails are a little bit dirty. Don't worry about that. They could be American made. This is happening in America. A lot of the states watch my channel. It's like 50% is in the United States. So, I'm getting America, I'm getting West. In the West. Anything else? For this person? Wow. I didn't know I had 2 5 of Cups that said left out. Wow. I worked on these cards like numerous times on different days, and look, I did the exact same card. I didn't even notice, and it came up twice. This person feels really left out, okay? Like, I don't know if maybe you have a family, and they're like the sibling that has nothing. You know, they feel left out, like something in as above. There's something that they're in this life, and it's not working for them, okay? They're alone, and it's hurting them that they're alone. So that's why they indulge in things, because they feel so left out of everything that by indulging in things, it allows them to have control of their life again. It's like they have control of the money, they have control of everything, but they don't. So somebody is really coming to me needing help here. And it seems like either you're the one that's going to help them or you're the one that needs help. Overkill, overthrow. Yeah, you might think this person overkills things. Like they overdo it, you know? Is this way too much cards? No. And you might also think, like, you might think they overdo things, right? Like, oh, okay, here we go. Fucking blah, blah, blah is going to overkill this one now. Blah, blah, blah is going to get too drunk. Oh, blah, blah, blah is going to fucking start a fucking family fight now. And this is like, I think the world is really saying, try not to fight this person, okay? Try not to overkill it. You know, like if somebody you know is like this, then don't go up to them and be like, you know, fuck you, you need to get your money in order. Like, don't attack this person, okay? That's the whole point of this, is I think they have been attacked so much that now they're just used to people yelling at them. And by yelling at this person, it's going to do nothing. Okay, it's going to do nothing. This is all about teamwork. Okay, you have to work with this person so then they know that they can trust you. That's the thing. This person doesn't think that they can trust you. They don't think they can trust anybody, which is why they do what they do. Okay, and they're about to be arrested for this. Like, they're about to get into trouble. Okay, there's STD in reverse. Like, this person is going to get hurt in ways that you don't think. Like how you know, how many sexual transmitted diseases can actually kill you over prolonged amounts of time? Like, I watched the news yesterday about a man in a psychiatric prison that was eaten alive by bed bugs. Literally, nobody did anything for him. For months, he was eaten alive by bugs in his cell, and he died. And that's the thing, is like, you wouldn't think that. How could you think that bed bugs would kill you? But it's poison. They poison you, right? With every bite that they take, they're poisoning your system, right? Bed bugs are like, I mean, they are out of this world. Like, they are from hell, straight from hell. You can cut them in half and they'll still walk. Like, they are straight from hell. And I think that's why I'm getting this STD in reverse. It's because if this person gets something that's out of control like that, they will die. They won't know that there's something wrong with them, or they're not in a position to help themselves because they don't know how to help themselves, right? We got another 4 of Swords here, but this time with Dutch. So this person might be Dutch or your Dutch ascendant. And that's the thing, Dutch, they have a really hard time with alcohol. really hard time with depression, really hard time with alcohol, and this person might get drunk and then they're just this whole other person and they're fun and they're enjoyable and you can be around them and you think that everything's fine. But just because you see them once a week drunk and they're fine doesn't mean that all other 6 days of the week that you don't see them, they are fine, because they're not, right? There's a Two of Swords. There's some type of block. Okay, maybe you have a block against this person and you don't want to help them because your chin is just too high up, or they've had too many years of being taken care of. But that's the thing. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how long you've been around. If you need help, you need help. And if you need help till the day you die, you need help till the day you die. There's nothing fucking wrong with it. And some people will look down on you, that you need to respect yourself, you need to grow up, and you need to fucking stop being naive and blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work for people like that. Being bullied into being an adult or taking care of yourself, it doesn't work like that for some people. You can't bully everybody, because people who have been bullied for so long, they will just fucking drink. They will just get high. They will just fuck off, and they will die. Because people who have been bullied, their whole confidence goes right down, and it might look like they're confident to you, and it might look like they've got everything going on. It might look like they're just trying to fuck with you, but really, I think it's something in your mind, right? I think it's something in your mind that's blocking you from being able to help this person. And that's what I'm getting, is somebody's pissed off. They don't want to help this person. And now I'm getting this girl whose brother is schizophrenic. And every time she calls her brother to talk, every time he calls his sister to talk, she degrades him. She tells him he's fine. He's a paranoid schizophrenic. She tells him he's fine. Just take his take your medication. Go back to bed. Go lay down. You're fine. If someone's calling you and they're not fine, don't tell them that they are. Don't tell them that they are. Even if my schizophrenic sister, when she was having a meltdown, she called my parents in the middle of the night and told them that snakes were all over her. And all they did was put her on medication. If that was my kid, I would have and then she was like 3 or 4 hours away from them. I would have gotten into the car and drove to my fucking kid. That's the difference between lazy parents who don't want to help and parents who want to help. There's a complete difference, because a parent who doesn't want to help will always look at a child and be like, that child is causing them a problem. Okay, that's a parent who doesn't want to help. It's any parent who looks at their kids and keeps thinking that it's got something to do with that parent. Like this kid's fucking them over on purpose. They're just trying to make their life harder. And then there's parents that see their kids and will do anything for them the second life gets tough. Because it's not supposed to get tough for kids. It's supposed to be tough for adults. And adults can't handle that. Once they have kids, they put it on their kids' shoulders. Well, life is hard. Not for a child, man. You're not supposed to be putting that shit on a child. When they grow up and they're fucking 17, 18, then slam them with everything. But you don't slam a child with hard times. You don't, because they don't know what that means. Well, he needs to learn. No. Trust me, he's got the rest of his fucking life to learn how rough this world is. Okay? So there's the Three of Pentacles. This is about teamwork. 2 Three of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, they almost came up side by side. Teamwork, helping hands. Like, you need to help this person if this is making sense to you. Okay? And you're blocked. Okay? And there's the supportive mother. There's the Queen of Cups, but in reverse. It's like somebody's parent does not want to support them. They don't want to love them. They don't want to see that there's something wrong, because a lot of times parents, they just want to put themselves first. Once that kid turns 10 or 11, fuck you, I'm going first now. And like, nah, man, your kid stays first forever. Like, I love that parents like to switch the roles and think that they did such a good job parenting that now their entire life is revolved around them. Nah, man, your entire life still revolves around your kid. I really hate to say that, but the second you take the spotlight off your kid and just put it on you and only you, you're fucked. Because your kid still needs that spotlight. No, it doesn't matter how old they are. Parents who have kids have to get out of the way for their kids to grow. Plain and simple. Get the fuck out of the way. Sit down. You had your time. Now you've got a kid. Now your kid's first. You didn't want to go second. You shouldn't have had a kid. Right? That's the way that I see it. I didn't have kids, so I didn't have to put myself last. Ha! I still put myself first, okay? 5 of Wands, upright. But it's in reverse. It's almost like I feel like this person doesn't say anything, right? They don't want to cause any drama, but it's like they're fighting this junkie behind their back. Like, they don't want to help them. They're jealous of them. They're jealous. That's what it is. Somebody's jealous of the attention that a sick person gets. Okay, they're jealous of that. They don't want to help them. Now I feel like you're the sick person. I don't feel like you're the person that's being attacked. I feel like you're the person that needs help. And people aren't helping you because they're not supportive. They only see what's on the outside for them and for you. Ooh, look at that. 6 of Cups right there in your veins. Like, this person that doesn't want to help you. 3 of Swords. Like, this has been quite a painful attack by this Queen of Cups to not help somebody. And that's the thing, man. Don't say you're a mother if you don't do jack shit. Because that's not a mother. A mother helps. A mother's supportive. A mother is nurturing. A mother allows their children to grow and be themselves and let their freak fly. That's a mother. That's a true mother. Always watching, observing, never squeezing too tight. Just always observing and watching. And that's not what this mother is doing. This mother wants to put everything onto her. Well, they're fine. They're just naive. They want everybody to stop and help them. Sometimes addicts, and this is actually, my stepmother, speaking of her, she was supposed to help a lot of her family and she didn't. Her father died and her mother was in a really awful situation. She put her mother in a trailer and bought her a dog and left her alone instead of moving her mom in with her. She had a very special brother who got really bad into drugs and ended up ODing. And every time her brother called her for help, she just gave him money. She worked for the bank, so she figured out ways of getting him credit cards. And he would use the credit cards and buy things and then go buy drugs. When she should have took her brother into her house. Oh, but he's dangerous. He's a drug addict. I don't want somebody like that in my basement. That's your fucking brother, dude. It's your brother. She'd just leave him. He was the government's problem. Let the government take care of Roddy. And Roddy died. Dirty needle. And so did her mom. Her mom died. And I swear it was because she was alone. And my stepmother thinks she's the greatest person alive. And she watched 2 of her family members disintegrate right before her eyes and did nothing. Because she wants her house to herself. My sister and I were actually homeless a couple years ago when her husband kicked us out of her house and took the rights over the house from my sister, kicked us out, and we had nowhere to go. And we tried to move in with my dad and my stepmother, and my dad goes, "Do you really think we can all live under the roof together?" And we had to leave. There was nowhere for us to go. And my stepmother gloats off being the best mother in the world, the best grandmother in the world, best woman in the world, the highlight of the Queen of Cups. I'm a Queen of Cups. I just love everybody. I'm the loving mother. You watched 4 people. She turned 4 people away from her door. How is that a mother? You turn 4 people away at your door. And like my sister and I could have died. I mean, after that, we wanted to die. We drove around trying to find sleeping pills for a really long time because we didn't know how we were going to survive because of everything her husband had stolen from her. And my stepmother says that we couldn't live under her roof for a couple of months because she mentally couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle a 40-year-old and a 37-year-old moving into her house. She needs her house to herself. And trust me, there's more than enough room. More than enough room. There's like 4 floors. They've got one of those houses that's like cut, floor. Like there's floors everywhere. There's rooms everywhere. But she couldn't handle my sister and I being there. So my sister and I had to stay homeless. And like anybody that gloats themselves like that, I mean, just watch their actions. I don't listen to people's words anymore. I mean, words can be lies. Everybody can lie. Oh, you can speak? Okay, you can lie. I watch action. Action is everything, right? I don't really care about words. People have been twisting up words and using words against people from the dawn of time. And now I watch action because action is everything. People will show you what they're going through and how hard they have it if you just watch close enough, right? Like I lived with my mother a few years ago for the winter. And within like the first week, I hadn't seen her for a while. She was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And then that's when I realized I had scoliosis. And she was like, You're like an 80-year-old. And my mother really took notice of how bad my body was. I didn't even realize how bad my body was. I'd been living with this my whole life. What do you mean? But because I lived with her and she watched me, she knew I was broken. But then it came out that her husband was the pedophile and the reason why my body was broken, so she kicked me out. Again, you can't say that you're a mother or you're a supportive person when you ask somebody to leave your premises who needs help. Because we're all in a family for a reason. We were given tribes for a reason. Those tribes are supposed to help people. I mean, my own aunt and uncle slammed the fucking door on us. My other aunt goes, well, you can stay with me for a month and then you have to leave. My other aunt, she let me stay there for a couple months and then she kicked Courtney and I out, my sister and I out, because we didn't give her enough money. We were just homeless. But we weren't giving her enough money. $650 a month wasn't enough. She wanted over $1,000 for my sister and I to live in her basement for a couple months. And we couldn't give her that, and she wanted more. And that's the thing, is we were just about to give her money to pay all of her bills. We had just got paid, so we were like, you know what, let's pay all Auntie's bills, and then we'll be out of here. And like, we were planning on leaving in like 3 or 4 weeks. We had an apartment lined up, so we only had just a couple weeks left. We had to ride out the winter before we could drive across the country, and she couldn't even handle it. We had to go to a motel. We stayed in a Motel 6 for a month because she wanted so much money from us that she didn't wait. She wasn't patient enough to wait for it, right? Gimme, and gimme never gets. Don't you know your manners yet, right? Like, people need to realize their manners, and this Queen of Cups needs to realize that they're just being naive. They just don't want to look at a situation the way that it is because they don't want to possibly think that somebody could need help over them. Let's get some of this Queen of Cups here. We've got a couple more minutes left. Give me this Queen of Cups. Like, who the fuck does this bitch think she is? Ha! Oh my God, yo, she thinks she's so powerful. Oh, she thinks she is so powerful. But look at this. She's the 7 of Pentacles. Yo, she's tired. She's tired and she's drained, which is why the end of this fight, okay, is going to end up killing her. Because if she keeps pushing people away that she's supposed to help, then boom, lights out, camera action. Queen of Swords in reverse. Yo, she does not know what she's talking about. Okay, we've got the 8 of Wands. There's naive twice, okay? This Queen of Cups is so childish and so naive, okay? She can't see beyond her own bullshit. She can't. She cannot see beyond her own bullshit. There's a 6 of Cups again. This person is definitely connected to you in some way, okay? 6 of Swords there. It's like she just wants to move on. She just wants to get away from something. There's Asia. She thinks she's huge. This also, you could be Asian descent, okay? This woman I could be talking about could be Asian, or they live in Asia. She thinks she's so big, okay? She thinks she's so big. We got this 10 of Cups here. She's just all about the family. I'm all about my family. Even though you're watching them die, that's a contradiction. So no, you're not. There's a 2 of Wands in reverse with the 10 of Wands in reverse. This woman has absolutely no direction. She's no direction. She sees this person that needs help as a burden, and she wants to take over. That's what she wants to do. She wants to take over. And then when it's not fun taking over anymore, when it's not fun sending people in directions that they don't need to be going, then she throws a hissy fit and walks away. Well, then nobody needs my help. Well, no, not when you're being a pushy little fucking bitch. Nobody wants your fucking help. Trust me. So, I feel like, you know, this reading is definitely taking a turn. I feel like this Queen of Cups is the one that's going to die. I think she's addicted to treating people like shit. She says it's love, but she's codependent. She's obsessed with being codependent, and she won't move anywhere. She wants the energy to stay exactly the way that it is all the time because she's receiving what she wants in the situation that she's in. Everything, she's getting everything possible that she needs. And that's why she won't budge. Well, why am I going to move? I'm getting everything I want. Well, because that's not what a family is. You can only not move and fucking want to be budged if you've got nothing else with you. So you're not going to budge on giving your kids the money that they deserve? Wow. Should be given the fucking award for being the best mother in hell ever. That's what I'm getting. Mother from hell wants to keep an inheritance from you because they don't trust you. They think that you're some kid in a candy store and you need help. That's the thing. That's what I'm getting is your financials are in a really bad rut and you need help. And they think that you're just going to go and spend it on pussy, ass, drugs. What if you do? It's your fucking money. What does it matter what you do with it? You need help. That money should be given to you. And they're leaving you out of something. So I think money's being hidden from you. They think that you're going to get arrested, that you're going to go and do something, that you're not mature enough, you're not grounded enough, you can't handle it. You're into spell work, you're going to do spell work, you're going to come and break their heart, you're going to come and hurt this woman by taking what's yours. Yeah, because it's all about her. See, she's a fucking narcissist. She thinks everything's about her. They're going to come and take my money. It's not your money. The inheritance is for this person. So she's just trying to be a bully and keep it all for herself. She wants to put bearings on it that you only get this much at a time because she won't give you the whole lump sum because she thinks you're going to spend it all like a kid in a candy store. Yo, this reading took a huge turn by the end. I hope you stayed with it until the end because this bitch that's keeping money from you is done. She's going to have to get this times 10. If she continues to do this and hide money from you, the repercussions of what is going to happen in her life for doing this, especially if you die, like if this money was supposed to come in and save you and she's keeping it from you and that was the way that you were supposed to get out of something and you don't get out of it and she keeps it. And I've said this a few times and I want you to say over my dead body. Somebody steals something from you, over my dead body. Say it over and over and over again. You cannot steal anything over my fucking dead body. Over my dead body. Say it over and over and over and over and over my dead body. If you want my money, over my dead body, you're going to have to kill me for it. And say it. Say it to this bitch. You want my money? Kill me for it. That's the only way you're going to take it. This is like legal shit. This woman could actually get into a lot of trouble for holding back a will, an inheritance. You're not allowed to do that. And I cannot believe lawyers haven't contacted you yet. So, hope it resonates. Peace. And love each other if you can. It's hard.